Cosplaying is undoubtedly popular throughout the gaming community. Many video game enthusiasts go all out, and some even break the bank to get the perfect look. Today, we will meet a cosplayer who tells us all about her experiences and how she manages to create her works. Thank you so much for coming out and having an interview with us, Terracotta. Would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Ashley, and I live in Florida. Yeah, I'm very short. I'm like 5 foot. I love art. That's all I can say. I love art.
Could you tell me when and why you started cosplaying?
I have a best friend who I think we've known each other since we were like 12. And her dad and his best friend were super into like comic books. So then my best friend's dad created SuperCon in Florida, which is like a convention for like cosplaying. And I think that's what happened. We just started going to conventions because of that. And that's basically how it's been ever since.
Could you tell me a little bit about the cosplays that you have done already?
Oh yes, obviously I've done Fate, and I did Thea, which you can see in the background here. I actually did a cosplay at home. It was during the pandemic, actually. I was on Twitch for like 3 hours making Queen Eye's guitars. I was doing date night night.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But it was I liked it because people were engaged and they were watching and they're like, oh my gosh, like how are you doing this? The thing is though, I was so new to Twitch that I forgot to save it, and all that footage is gone.
Oh, so, dude, that hurts my soul. Oh, God.
Yeah. But I do have pictures. I do have like 2 pictures. It's fine. It's fine.
That's good. Yeah, no, because the Twitch thing, if you don't save it within like 14 days, you're screwed. That hurts. Like, I can only imagine how much effort you put into that for it to just all be deleted. Like, do you typically live stream your cosplay making process, or is that just kind of like a one-off thing?
It was a one-off. I think I was really bored, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do this, and
there you go. I mean, hey, that's a cool thing to stream, though. I would probably tune in and be like, let me watch this really quick. Let me see the progression.
I should probably do it. Yeah, you're right. But
could you tell me what the most difficult part about cosplaying is?
I think most cosplayers would probably agree is taking the time to actually start the process, because I overanalyze and it just becomes a whole thing where I'm just overthinking. That's what my personal thing is. But as soon as I start something, I'm zeroed in and I'm just like going. Like, I can't stop, because if I stop, it's going to be the whole process of me overthinking again and not doing it. You know what happened? The first year I went to BCX, I actually didn't have anything done for my Fate hat thingy. Actually, nothing was done. I only had like the brim of the hat done, and then I had to go on the plane that night.
Oh my God.
And then, yeah, it was crazy. And then like that Saturday, like before, what was it? No, it was Friday night, and it was 2:00 in the morning actually, and I was just doing the cosplay at night, and I got it done like the next morning. I don't know how I did it.
The morning of BCX, you were still working on your cosplay.
Yes.
That's wild, girl. That's crazy. Oh my God.
I call it the cosplay high. I don't know. It's just like, I gotta get it done. I'm already here.
You traveled all that way to get to the convention. You're like, I just want to show off what I did. Spent all night for it. Like, that's wild. That's actually wild. Yes. Do you have a favorite cosplay that you've done so far?
I would say Thea, because everything from that, like, yeah, it took me like a million months to make.
I can only imagine.
It's like, it's my most detailed I've ever done. Like, I made the shoes, even though they're like falling apart right now. But I did the shoes like from scratch. Like, it was just a white shoe, and I added like everything to it. The hat, like everything was just like from love and like patience, and yeah, that's my favorite so far.
Was it also because you met me in that costume at BCX?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Aww. Yeah.
No, because when I saw you and your group of friends at BCX, I took a picture. I'll put it on the screen right now. But when I saw you specifically, I was just like, oh my God, that is so cool that people are making. Like, the first year I went was BCX 2023, and when I saw you guys, I did not expect anybody to be cosplaying at an event like this. I thought it was going to just be like a big room full of sweaty nerds that stunk. And then I saw you guys, I was like, that's so cool. Like, people are cosplaying in this community. That's awesome. How long does it usually take you to make a cosplay? And do you make all the outfits from scratch, or do you sometimes have to order the parts?
from 3 hours to like maybe 3 months or longer to make a costume. Yeah, because it depends on how easy it is. Like if one is like just a t-shirt and a hat or something, like that's easy. But like something like, for instance, Thea, like that took me forever because it's so detailed and I love the details, so I want everything to be perfect. So I'll research and gather all the things and cry over it for hours and make mistakes, but it's worth it. So
yeah, it's the urge to want to cosplay, because I want to do cosplays for so long. Like when I first started playing video games, I got really into Rainbow Six Siege. I really wanted to do one of those characters for cosplay, and it just like over time you just realize how expensive everything is for cosplays. Even Brawlhalla, it would still be expensive to get all the materials. With that said, could you tell me how expensive it generally is to do a cosplay?
I feel like I'm not gonna call myself a hoarder because I'm not a hoarder, but
this is a good introduction. Here we go.
Okay, so back to me saying like I love art and stuff. I used to like work at like Michael's and stuff like that, and like fabric stores, so I have an abundance of like things already, like craft supplies, and I like going to the dollar store. That's literally what I do. Like I don't go out of my way to like buy things that are like, I don't know, $50. Yeah, I can just make it. Honestly, you can find anything just by like thrifting, going to the dollar store, going to the hardware store. Speaking
of that, do you have any like specific tools like that, like a 3D printer or anything that kind of helps you make cosplays, or like a sewing machine or?
Okay, yeah, I have 3 sewing machines. I have one that's just a regular one, and then I have 2 that embroider. I do have a Cricut machine.
What was your most expensive cosplay you've probably ever done?
I think Thea.
Yeah? How much do you think you spent on that costume alone?
Maybe $50 total.
That's it? Hey, girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a couple $100. I was like, hey, $50.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, like it does not need to be like expensive, like at all. The shoes I got for like $10. It was just an all white shoe with what is this? This tongue didn't exist. I created it. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand when people spend like thousands or hundreds of dollars on cosplays. I'm like, what is going on here? Like,
yeah. Do you have any tips for people that want to start doing cosplays?
I would just start with something simple. It doesn't have to necessarily be anything that like from a game that you like or like a TV show. Just start something simple and like work your way up and see how you could construct things. Like SpongeBob, for instance. Like he just has like the shirt, suspenders, and like the pants. It's super easy, and like I don't know, you can paint yourself yellow.
Oh, please don't do that. God, that's so scary. That's so scary. What is your most memorable experience while doing a cosplay?
There's been a few, but I would say okay,
here we go. She's dropping something. Let's hear it.
No, because okay. I forgot what convention this was, but I was wearing, do you know Uhura from Star Trek? I dressed up as her, and she was there. She saw me, and she's like, oh my gosh, you look badass. I'm like, thank you.
Do you have any cosplays planned out in the future, like for any video games or shows that you wanted to do?
My mind is always working, but I can't tell you some of the stuff because it's like,
dang it.
The thing is, if I say it, I'm not gonna do it. I know myself. Like, it's just not. It's pressure.
Is there anything that you wanted to add at all?
Don't be scared to cosplay, and if you have a friend that would like to do it with you, go together so you're not scared or afraid. If people ask for pictures, don't be scared either. Just be like,
yes.
And then yeah, it can be so scary. Like, I don't know why. Maybe I'm camera shy. Like, I'm camera shy right now, but it's just sometimes it's just like
you need to like kind of push yourself to get out there a little bit. One thing we did not touch on, I think that is great to network yourself, especially if you're like a content creator or you want to do cosplays and like grow as a cosplayer. That is great. Definitely take pictures with people if you're comfortable, of course. I think that is about all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for coming out. I do appreciate you telling us about the wonderful world of cosplaying, and I look forward to seeing some of your content in the future.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And yes, I hope so too.